Hello everyone, it's Isabel on Wednesday the 13th of May. Some time ago I read that today is National School Nurse Day, and although this is actually in the USA, it got me thinking about when school nurses started in the UK and in particular Scotland. And this is a little of what I found. School nurses were introduced to schools in Scotland as part of the School Health Service, or SHS as it was known, which began with the Education Act of 1907. This act introduced periodic medical inspections to address concerns over the health of school children. The role of school nurses has evolved over time, focusing on promoting the health and well-being of children and addressing their needs in a school setting. I read a number of articles on this subject, but here are just a few. In the UK, school nurses play a crucial role in promoting the health and well-being of children and young people, giving them the best start in life and supporting them to sustain optimal health. They have a vital, unique link between education settings, home, and the community. Their key role is within primary health care team and a key link for acute and community paediatric teams and therapies. Now, in the 21st century, we are faced with widening health inequalities, shocking levels of poverty, and increases in the number of people living with major illness and mental health problems. It is argued that the school nurse has never been more essential in supporting the health and well-being of children and young people, which includes the integral role of safeguarding. Now, I happen to know someone who was a school nurse in the 1970s. I would think probably most of you will know her too. So here are just a few of her duties told by her of what she did then. This is her words. School health was first established to make sure that soldiers were healthy to fight during the war. Young men were presenting with ailments and in particular bad teeth, which if they developed toothache or abscesses, they wouldn't be fit to fight. Some say they were producing healthy cannon fodder. School health was a service added on to the health visitor's workload at first. The health visitor would go into schools and carry out hygiene checks and hair checks. The school dentist looked after the children's teeth. It started in the 1970s, and by this time there was a school nurse course and a more intensive examination system with the children. I worked with a doctor some of the time. For example, primary 1 health medical checks, third year academy leavers medical checks, vaccination programmes and health reviews. We still checked here at least once a term to begin with, but it was realised that it wasn't a good way to deal with head lice problems. Educating parents to regularly check their children was a better way to deal with them. I carried out eye testing in primary 1, 3, 5 and 7, including colour vision checks in primary 7. An audiologist carried out hearing checks for primary 1 and 7. Over the years, we were able to include health education, puberty talks to primary 7, a series of educational classes to secondary children, including sex education, contraception and healthy eating. I spoke to parents of preschool children before they entered primary 1. We also worked with social services and attended meetings for children with social, educational and health needs. Over the years, I believe that most of the work has changed and just a questionnaire is used to assess children in school rather than examination. Nurses are dealing with social work issues to a larger degree. I'd like to leave you with a wee story of kindness Jim and I witnessed last week. Nothing to do with school nurses. Those of you who were at church on Sunday will perhaps remember Tommy's challenge and some of the words he used. What did you learn about kindness, and has that lesson stayed with you? This brought this incident to my mind. We were on the bus when two young lads tried to board but for some reason their app, or whatever it was, didn't work. So they were asked to leave, and within a second, a young woman went forward and paid their fare. I have to admit, I wondered to myself, would I have thought of doing that? I certainly learned a lesson that day. Until next time, take care.